10 ways you're teaching women to treat you bad. Stay tuned. Today we're going to be talking about 10 ways that you're actually teaching women and other people around you to treat you badly. These are the little details that a person does not pay attention to in their life, and they don't pay attention to their actions, that you don't understand what type of aura you're putting off in order for people to feel like and feel confident to use you, including women and men, but mainly women in relationships. All right, let's get started. Number one, you always give the benefit of a doubt. All right, that's where you override your gut feelings. See, when it comes to other people, you have a gut feeling about them. You know if they're going to be good and you know if they're going to be bad. But you being the nice guy, you're always giving people the benefit of a doubt and allowing to be gullible to the excuses that they give you. The more excuses a person uses and the more you start to believe their excuses and become gullible to their excuses, you're actually teaching them that you're an easy person to tell a lie to. So once a person knows that they can tell you a lie to alternate your feelings, they will continue to tell you lies in order to get what they want, to keep you from recognizing what they're about to do to you. Next, you're too nice. One way to know if you're too nice is if people use you to be the butt of all jokes and you laugh it off, especially when it comes to women. When women start telling jokes on men and a man allows them to do it, women will wait to get around a crowd to tell jokes on you. So when you're too nice, even in situations where you're being insulted and you laugh it off, you're opening up doors for everybody around you to mistreat you as well. Not just a woman, but a woman will try to mistreat you. She'll try telling jokes on you. She'll try being insulting to you to see exactly how much she can get away with. The moment you start allowing her to get away with insulting you because you feel sorry for her because she's a girl, she's going to continue to do it. Not only is she going to continue to do it, but everybody around you that looks at her doing it is going to also take advantage of you. Next, you're always keen to help others. All right? You cannot be the person that lets other people borrow money off of you and then they never pay you back. Don't be the person that everybody can always call to have a favor done, to get driven somewhere, or you come and pick them up. They're calling you in the middle of the night. When you start becoming this available person, people will always use you over and over again. People can naturally use another person. One person may be beta to another, but you may be alpha to someone else. That's what you have to understand. You may be a beta male to a woman, right? But to another woman, you may be an alpha male. So people are constantly testing each other psychologically to see what they can get away with. So when people get used to asking you for favors and you get used to actually living out these favors, then you're setting yourself up to be used and you're teaching them to abuse you in the future. You say the word no problem a lot. All right? You never have a problem doing anything. You're the type of person that says no problem to things and you're okay with doing things to go along with situations because you just want that moment to feel good. The moment you can be used to go along with the flow, you will always be going along with the flow because people always need someone to agree with them. So when you're the go with the flow person, that allows you to be part of someone else's crowd and they can drag you into their own gratification of things, if you understand what I'm saying, because you're going to go along with them no matter what. This is how people build crews. This is how they build gangs. This is how they build organizations with a whole bunch of people that do not have a problem adjusting themselves to someone else. Next, you put other people's needs ahead of yours. See, when you start catering to other people and other people's problems and forgetting about yours, and you actually mention that you're forgetting about your problems, you're setting yourself up to be treated badly. Because a lot of people out there just need someone to run over. You have to understand, everyone is not confident. Everyone is not happy. Even as much as the nice guy tries to portray an image of being nice, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's happy. But when you're willing to cater to other people, they can run all over you. You have to learn to put your needs ahead of people. Do things for yourself before you stop and go help other people. And the reason why a lot of men do this, stop and go help other people, is because it makes them feel need. It makes them feel like somebody needs you, because beta males start to feel worthless, just like a woman. When no one's calling the phone, when nobody's asking for their help, they take on the traits as a female where they feel useless as a person. So a lot of beta males, you have a tendency to cater to other people's needs just so you feel valuable as a person. Next, you apologize when you don't have to. All right, you have to stop thinking that someone may be looking at you in a negative light. All right, when you start apologizing too much, when people are not even expecting an apology, it makes you look weak as a person. It makes you look like you're walking on eggshells on your own consciousness. All right, when people see that you're not even confident being yourself, you're making yourself a target to get ran over. Learn to be confident with yourself, with everything you do, and slow down these apologizing when people least expect you to apologize. Next, you bite your tongue a lot. All right, if there's something out there that you have to say, but you may be afraid to say it because you're afraid of the backlash, okay, that's a female trait. This is why females ghost. This is why females give out ghost numbers. This is why females play those games. It's because they're scared of the reaction of the guy. You cannot be the man that's scared of how people are going to react to you. So you bite your tongue on a lot of things that you really want to be honest about, just to keep confrontation from going. People know when they're doing right, and people know when they're doing wrong. When you're allowing people to do and say wrong things to you, you're setting it up for them to continue to doing it. So stop biting your tongue and learn to speak your mind. The faster you speak your mind, the faster people do not try to outsmart you. Next, you say yes to things and then you regret it later. All right? That goes back to you just saying the right thing for the moment. You cannot agree with someone to do something, then regret it later. Those are going to be the things that really hurt you in the end, because you're going to find yourself waking up to go to the grocery store, but you're going to end up at the department store. You're going to end up at a baseball game. You're going to end up doing something that you did not plan on doing, because you're agreeing to things that you really don't want to agree with, because you're afraid that if you say no, that person's going to get mad at you. All right. You got to stop this. This is something that people do. Yes, I'll do this for you, but then you're like, man, why did I tell him that? You cannot be the person that agrees to do something and then say to yourself, man, why did I tell him that? I really don't want to do it. How do I get out of this? Now you're adding more stress to yourself, and you're giving yourself more things to think about. So now you signed up for something, but now you're stressing on how you're going to actually get out of that situation. Learn to be upfront about things. No. Get used to the word no. Next, you make all the efforts to do everything. That's in relationships, trips, family things, family events. You're always the person taking every single thing serious. You take your relationship serious. You take the family reunion serious. You take going to church serious. You take washing your car serious. You cannot be that person that takes every single thing serious. You can't, because you're bound to fall somewhere. This keeps you from paying attention to everything, because you're trying to be Mr. Perfect. When you're trying to be Mr. Perfect, you're trying to be the nice guy, you're trying to be the most reliable guy, you're setting yourself up for people to use you, because they know that you're always going to be taking things serious, so they can pull you into them and make you serious about their situation. This is a trait that you have to stop. Stop making the effort to be the perfect person in every situation so everybody likes you. This just makes you a target. Next, you ignore everybody's bad traits. When people start talking bad about everybody else and talking bad about other people's negative traits, like maybe we should all talk about this, you're the person that's always overlooking everybody's bad traits and trying to find something good in them. Like, you'll see something bad, but you'll ignore it and try to drag something good about their personality. Oh, Joe Smo is like this and they're miserable, but this is why they're miserable. You have an excuse for everything. You can't do that. The more excuses you make for people, the more you go along with people, the more you set yourself up just to be the nice guy because you're afraid of confrontation, the more you're setting yourself up to be treated badly, and you're actually programming these people every day that you wake up and walk around in insecurity, trying to be the nicest person and be the most accepted person. You're actually setting yourself up to be the one that gets done the worst. This is Anthony Spade. Hasta la vista.